Yo, what up everybody? Pete Mac here, gonna be jumping into a SP404 video. Gonna talk a bit about how I use it within my workflow. I use it for live sets, for cooking up beats, and even as an effects box for everything coming out of the MPC. So we'll dive into all of that, have some fun, and yeah, let's get into it. So first and foremost for me, it's really an effects box for everything that's coming out of the MPC, which is where I build most of my beats. More often than not, everything's coming out of here mixed, and for the most part where I want it to be in terms of how it sounds. And I could add some effects to the master channel in the MPC, but instead I'd like to save some of that for the SP to do, have that do the heavy lifting of the compression and the EQ and really gluing it all together. So what I'll do is I'll have buses 3 and 4 typically with an EQ in the 303 vinyl sim, which has that compression element to it, and it takes it from sounding like this to this. So yeah, I keep buses 3 and 4 typically for the EQ and 303 vinyl sim, and then buses 1 and 2 are open for live effects or whatever else you want to do in way of sound design or just having fun. With the audio from the MPC goes into the SP404, which then feeds into my audio interface so I can capture everything I'm doing within Ableton. So you're able to get a unique take not only with the track arrangement on the MPC, but also with that layer of live effects that you're triggering over the top. It's a good way to get some variation and maybe piece together a few different takes. Another way that I use the SP404 is for live sets. And what I do is I throw finished beats on the individual pad so I know that I can trigger something and it will play the full beat front to back. And then I can add different effects over the top, filters, the DJ FX looper, and all that fun stuff. Add some variation for performing live. And then you can also add some banks with different like ear candy or vocal stabs or different chops that I want to maybe sprinkle over the top for some variation. Stuff like this.
Yeah. Who the is this jerk?
Peter Griffin, my guy. And I've also got a few banks that have different drum sounds or percussion on them. What I do need to make sure is when I'm transitioning from cooking up a beat and I want to use that compression in the EQ on buses 3 and 4, if I'm performing live, it's already been compressed and finished in terms of the sound quality, so I want to make sure I'm turning those off, buses 3 and 4. So now I can say, all right, I've got beats all over bank A here, and I can trigger stuff on the fly. And then maybe I'm throwing in that extra stuff too. Then finally, I use the SP404 to cook up. My drum sounds are organized across the pad bank, so I know where to find kicks and hats and snares and different percussion elements. And sometimes I'll load some different samples onto the SP, other times I'll sample directly from the turntable over here. Since everything's connected, I can easily just sample from here, from really anywhere. But let's dive into one of the beats I cooked up on this. So for this one, I chopped up a sample and I've got the different chops on these pads. And then on this pad bank, I've got the drum loop I chopped up. And then I pieced this one together in pattern mode. This is Pete Mac. Appreciate you tuning in for the video. Went over the SP404mk2 and the different ways that I incorporate it into my workflow. Interested to hear from you all. I'm sure you all use this device in maybe a similar or maybe a different or an entirely new way. So let me know. Let me know how else I could be leveraging this for my workflow. And subscribe. I'm going to be diving into more beat making workflow and gear focus, rhythm roulette. I'm chopping things up and just getting busy, having fun, staying creative, and happy to document the process, and appreciate all of you for tuning in and for supporting along the way. So truly thank you. Have a great day. Gonna jam on here a bit more, and we'll see ya. Peace.